Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday bonus video. The idea is that I can share something that I find interesting but not quite substantial enough for our regular Friday video. So guys, today we're working with ISA plug and play sound cards. We have 9 different versions here, and usually it's a bit of a pain in the neck to find the correct drivers. You might catch a virus trying to download something from a dodgy website. Some websites make you pay for downloading a certain driver. The driver might not be correct for the specific variant or version that you have. Either way, it's a pain in the neck, and it can be off-putting to new people coming into this hobby of MS-DOS retro PC gaming. So I'm very excited to share with you a utility developed by Jace Fox. It is called UniSound, and it basically is one driver for all of these sound cards. So you don't have to hunt down for individual drivers anymore. You just type in UniSound and all of these 9 sound cards will initialize and you're ready to play your games. So UniSound is the name of the program. The proper project has the title Universal Plug and Play Sound Card Enabler. So technically it's not a driver. It basically initializes the sound cards, but people don't Google or search for a sound card initializer. They will search for a sound card driver. So technicalities aside, I'm just gonna call this a Universal Plug and Play ISA sound card driver. This tool is still under development. The current version is 0.70b, and hopefully with this video we can spread the love. More of you can test your sound cards with this tool and then feedback that information back to Jace Fox, and hopefully we can together as a community make this tool even better, supporting more sound cards and more features. Personally, I'm really excited about this tool. For example, I have put together a MS-DOS starter pack which sets you up with a choice of memory configurations, a working optical drive and a working mouse. But the topic of getting your sound card going is always something that's difficult for beginners to this hobby. Also, if you're installing Windows 98 and you're booting into MS-DOS mode, it's always been a nightmare configuring the DOS drivers. So this utility will come in very handy. It might also be something to include in like an ultimate boot floppy or an ultimate starter pack where you have really everything ready to go. Because one of the reasons why I started this channel is to make the hobby of retro PC gaming more accessible and more appealing to new people coming into this hobby. The tool doesn't require any memory. You run it and it will initialize the sound cards with some default resources. For example, address 220, interrupt 7, DMA1, those sort of options. Now the tool is still under development and it has a lot of additional flags and options for specific sound cards. So the best thing to do is just to have a look at the README file. But I think for 95% of people that will use this tool, just run it. The sound card will work, you can play your games, and you will be a happy camper. Now, if you want to use different resources, for example, let's say you want to use interrupt 7 instead of interrupt 5, or you want to disable the joystick port or the MPU 401 interface, or maybe you even want to deactivate the FM chip on one sound card to use another one. These are all things you can do with this tool. And the way you do this is by using a set blaster variable to specify what resources you want to use. And the UniSound tool also lets you set some parameters to configure exactly what you want to do. But as I said, look at the README file. The tool is still under development, and some sound cards have unique switches and flags specific to that sound card. But for most of you out there, if you just want to play Doom or Lemmings or any of those DOS games, just run UniSound and it will work with your sound card. The tool supports a wide range of sound cards, once again referred to the README file, but we're gonna have a look at all the sound cards that I've successfully tested. So here we have a Sound Blaster AW64 and worked perfectly with UniSound. It supports the Gravis Ultrasound plug and play. Do check the README file, it has a specific section for this sound card. The Yamaha YMF718 is also supported, as well as sound cards with the ESS audio drive chip. Here we have the ES1869F. Here we have a sound card with a chip from Crystal. It is the CX4235XQ3, also worked with UniSound. The Teratech Base 1 also works. This one has an audio chip from Analog Devices, the AD1816HAS. UniSound also worked with the Advanced Logic ALS120. Here we have a sound card with a chip from Aztec, the AZT2320. I believe this is an OEM sound card from HP. It actually works straight out of the box without any software. It is just initialized by the plug and play BIOS, I believe, but the tool recognizes it and you can use it to configure volume levels, for example. And this sound card has a chip from Opti. It is the 82C931. I did run into two sound cards that at this point of time do not work with UniSound. The first one has a Mozart chip, the OTI601. And this is a card from Ensoniq, the Vivo 90dBA. So guys, big thank you to Jace Fox for developing UniSound. And this is why I like the retro PC community so much. There are always breakthroughs, even to do with hardware that is really ancient considering today's standards. I see this tool as being useful for a lot of scenarios. People testing a range of sound cards. If you run a Windows 98 setup and you want to shut down into MS-DOS mode, it can be really difficult installing the DOS drivers and configuring them. So here the tool will also come in handy. And of course, it is great for beginners that might have never used DOS. Maybe a new generation of people wanting to get into this hobby. It's tricky enough to install DOS and then muck around with config and autoexec batch files. So this tool comes in very handy. And I'm definitely considering adding this to our MS-DOS starter pack so that you just run a batch file and you've got working sound as well. So guys, let me know, what do you think of this tool? Do test it out with your retro gaming PC. Let us know what the compatibility is like. If you have any feedback, any feature requests, if there's a sound card that doesn't work, leave it down below in the comments. And yeah, hopefully the tool will get some more love and will be developed further, supporting more sound cards, adding more features. Either way, I'm excited. Have a look at the description. I will put in all the links where you can access the project and download UniSound. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Give it a like if you found it interesting. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. And I shall see you soon with another video.